Yeah, no, I made you. Go on, get it.
Okay. Hey there, everybody. Thank you for coming to this wedding right here. So, in case y'all haven't know, I guess this is 50-50 Brandi, and Chris. So I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming here today. Please clap your hands. So, I would like to start out with just saying this. You know, me and Chris, we were not freshmen. We were not roommates to start out with. We met under unusual circumstances, and, you know, after all that, we ended up becoming roommates in a weird way. So I just want to say, you know, everything takes us to different places, but I'm glad to say that I've met Chris in my life today. So just give me a minute here, everybody. You know? So, you know, I would like to say I met Chris freshman years. We were both just awkward freshmen going to college, trying to pursue a dream, and here I was, and here he was, and we would, you know, just, I would just say, you know, class wasn't easy, but I would just say, Chris, he worked his ass off to get to where he was today, and I remember him working at McDonald's during school and working at Subways and selling Christmas trees. I don't know if he remembers that, but he sold Christmas trees freshman year, and I believe sophomore years as well, and you know, life takes us to different places, but I am just really glad to say that I met Chris, and I am glad everyone could be here today. Oh, man.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, here we go.
Let's give it up for Jason, everybody. He did a fabulous job. Next up, I believe we have Chad.
You got it.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, my God.
I don't think it's on Butcher Report, though.
How you guys doing tonight? Thank you for coming out, and thank you, Murphy and Brandi, for having me be a part of your special day. Brandi, you look amazing today. Murphy, my mom told me if I didn't have anything nice to say at all, don't say anything. Before we get started with this all, though, speeches aren't my thing. So to make sure we can all forget about this tomorrow, we're going to make it a game. Anytime I stutter, forget my place, or turn white with fear, we're all going to take a drink. So my name's Chad Wilkinson. I met Murphy in Mr. Wall's 7th grade math class. And before anyone is confused, I have called him Chris about 2 times in my life and was yelled at for it. He was a new kid in school with the Justin Bieber haircut. And the only open chair was next to me in the back of the class. Our friendship really all started because this guy could never bring a pencil to school. But luckily for him, that was the only thing I could bring. We always stayed in trouble in the back of class, playing poker. But he would always tell the teacher we were playing Go Fish. But we really grew close over our love of video games. We're really both nerds when it comes to video games, playing Elder Scrolls and Madden. Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Murphy, for keeping you guys up at night. I would like to take a second, though, to thank you guys for all the family dinners you let me be a part of, and birthdays, and making me feel like part of the family. Murphy has always been the outgoing one, the life of the party. And for many years, I was solely known just as Murphy's friend. But he really helped me branch out and meet new people that I never would have talked to before. But the one thing a lot of people probably don't know about him is he has a big heart, and he really does care. He's one of the few people I can really trust when I have something going on in my life, big or small. Murphy told me very early on that he thought Brandi was going to be the one. There was just something about her. Since then, me and my wife have gone out with him many times. And I know my favorite was a trip to Gatlinburg, spending the weekend there. But whenever we're in need of a good time, they are definitely the go-to people. I always wondered, was there ever going to be a girl that could rein Murphy in? And Brandi, you've done just that. I can really see that he does care and he does love you. Murphy, I was honored to be chosen as your best man, and throughout the years, you've really grown to be more than just a friend to me. You are a brother. So Brandi, welcome to the family, and here's to many more trips and a lifetime of friendships as our families grow together. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Murphy.
About to have me over here tearing up, man. Calm down. Next up, I believe we have Brittany. Brittany wants to make a... I keep looking up like Brittany's up there. I don't know.
All right, let's do this.
You want me to improv? You good?
I mean, if you want to a little bit, it's fine. Okay, so fair warning, probably going to cry. No big deal. Ignore it. All right. So today we're here to celebrate my favorite sibling and Brandi. Sorry. Stop. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brittany, and if you read Brandi's wedding party bios, you'd know we met about 25 years ago in a dark, tiny uterus, and ever since then we've been each other's protectors, best friends, and at times punching bags. No. Okay. Growing up with a twin is apparently the coolest thing. Thank you. Oh. Growing up with a twin is apparently the coolest thing ever to some people, but to us it was just normal. Everyone always asks if we can read each other's minds. The answer is yes. She's thinking about tacos right now. And if we could feel when one another were hurt. Brandi's always been the book smartest, ambitious, studious twin, which is actually just defined as nerdy. She's the most beautiful person I've ever seen, even with all her selfies that look the same. She's kind, loving, bratty, dramatic, and most importantly, my better half. When I first heard about Chris, I was scared and a little mad, to be honest. I mean, what do you do when someone breaks up the dynamic duo? You just make it a trio. There comes a time in everyone's life Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I'm starting over. Thank you, baby. All right, there comes a time in everyone's life where they meet their one true love, their soulmate, someone who will love and cherish them forever. And that time actually came for Brandi 25 years ago when she met me. But growing up, the joke in the family was that Brandi would be an old cat lady, which I said never really made sense because she was more of a dog person anyway. But here we are at my little sister's wedding, and yes, she's my little sister. I'm 8 minutes older. While Chris makes her the happiest girl in the world, and I cannot be happy for the two of them. I truly cannot put into words how much you mean to me and how much I look up to you. I watched you accomplish things you said you couldn't do. It's not. I watched you fail at things you said were impossible, only to watch you get back up and succeed. I love you with all my heart. And Chris, thank you for coming into Brandi's life and changing it for the better. I'm so thankful I finally got the brother I've always wanted. So I guess now I'm supposed to give some advice on marriage because you know what they say, those who can do and those who can't teach. I'm a teacher, by the way. But the best advice I can think to ever give them is to just keep loving one another through all the ups and downs, and maybe get another dog, because that's always a good idea. So here's to the new Mr. and Mrs. Murphy. Love you. Here you go, Mr. BJ.
Brittany, a great job. Let's give it up for her here. Last but not least, I believe we have Brooke.
Cry. Thanks. Dressed up for the occasion. Okay. Hey guys. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Brooke, aka the OG Little. Thinking back to when Brandi and I first met, it honestly feels like a lifetime ago. We've had some of the greatest times together and some pretty rough ones too, but it's always comforting to know that we'll always stand by each other's sides and stand up for one another. I didn't think I'd cry. Brandi is like the sister I always wanted. Her family has always welcomed me with open arms time and time again. And 6 years ago, on the first day of organic chemistry, I was sitting there like a terrified freshman in the second row, middle seat. That's where I always sat because I was a nerd. And Brandi was in the front row, and she was just cracking jokes in the beginning of class, and I thought she was the coolest kid. And I remember at the end of class, she turned around and asked me to go to lunch with her, and from the rest of time is history. She became my big sister in Sigma, my mentor throughout undergrad and pharmacy school, and my go-to person. Brandi is the person that I go to when I'm upset, need advice, received good news, or just need to vent about something. We've traveled to different countries together, been to numerous concerts together, and just had a ton of spontaneous adventures. When she first told me about Chris, I have to admit I was a little surprised. I didn't personally know him, but I did know about him through pharmacy school. And I could tell she liked him so much already just by the way she was describing their relationship. And as time went on, Chris has proven to be a worthy candidate of Brandi's love. He's received my seal of approval in case anyone's wondering. And you can tell that they care for each other deeply, and that's all I've ever wanted for her. I know God has put y'all through everything you've been through in life to be better partners for one another. I'm so excited to see where this marriage takes y'all and see you encourage one another in life, your careers, and with your future family. Keep supporting one another in all your endeavors. Remember to give each other grace, be honest always, and seek to communicate effectively. I love y'all so much, and I hope y'all have a great marriage. To Mr. and Mrs. Murphy.
Actually, that's it. There's no more. Let's give it up for all our associates this evening. They did a fabulous job. Well, guys,